Okay, hi YouTube, and welcome to another Command Barn update. Now this update's come along a bit sooner than expected. I think it was only last week when I uploaded the last update. I did have a plan, maybe not as quick as this, but I did have a plan for another video, as it was my birthday last week, so there's a couple of new additions to show you to the layout. But as well as that, some very unexpected big changes took place down on Common Barn. As you all know, I'm building the little extension plank here at the front. And whilst doing that, I don't know why, I got a bit of a bee in my bonnet about an area on the layout that I've always wanted to tackle and change. And I just thought to myself, well, you know, if I'm working on the layout anyway, then well, I might as well get this out of the way as well and sort this too. Now I'm starting off here in the middle, mainly because there's things to both sides of my camera, one being the new addition, so we'll start with the work done first. Now if I just slowly pan to the right, everything will become clearer. There we go. So there we have it. Common Barn is looking a lot different. Right, if I just manoeuvre myself closer, as you can see, Common Barn's platform has been lengthened. Well, not lengthened as such. The end piece there has now been substituted from a ramp to a straight section. Purely and simply because I've never ever been happy with how the end of that platform looked. You know, that's the entrance onto the platform. You know, platform ramps don't prototypically just taper off, you know, to a roadside. So I've never been happy with that. So that was the catalyst, the motivation for all these changes. And then once I'd started changing that platform end, things spiralled. So yeah, so I'll just start here and I'll work my way along. Right, as you can see, I've added a water crane. Now I'm not a Steamy fan. You know, I don't. Well, I have the very lovely Steam Sentinel and Bill and Ben, and a couple of old Hornby Smoky Joe type things that I don't use. But I found this in my spares box the other day, and to me it looked like a very nice unit. And I'll be very grateful if people out there who are, you know, into their Steamies, if you could tell me the origin and how prototypical this particular water crane is. To me, it's very large. Is that right, or is it not? So if someone could let me know, I'd be very grateful. Moving along, the canopy shelter has now gone and has been substituted with a nice little shelter building. Now, I don't know how many people out there are regular readers of BRM. If you're not a regular reader of BRM, then you may follow Phil Parker's workbench blog, which I do daily. You know, he puts something on there every day without fail. And one of the latest things that he put on was he was plugging a new section in BRM, which was second-hand Hornby models and what to do with them. And in there he had one of these very, very old Hornby platform halt shelters. And he did something very similar to what I've done. Different colours, different liveries, picked out different things. But anyway, I really liked it. And I thought, well, I'm ripping the platform to bits, so I'm sure I have one of them somewhere, and I might try and do a rethink, you know, how he did. Sure enough, I did. The one I had, I was bought second hand. You know, me and my brother had it on our very first layout. It was gold and blue. Whoever owned it before me, I don't know what they were thinking. So anyway, I've gone for the maroon and white. The frames, the door and a section around the bottom is in maroon, the top half's white. The roof has just been left in a weathered state, as the roof would be. Chimney there picked out in black. Now there is an advert on the end and on the other end. At the front there, waiting room and a little info board. Inside we have some figures and the Coca-Cola vending machine. I have fit a light in there which is attached to a 9-volt battery. I'll just see if I can do it one-handed. Oh, there you go. So I'm now back lit up on the station, which I haven't been for a while. So yeah, I think I've done a good job of it. I'm very, very proud of it. It's miles better than it looked. The maroon and white continues inside. The seats are in maroon and the walls are white. Some more posters on the walls. Salvaged the clock there off the old canopy. So yeah, I'm very impressed with how that came out, and I would urge people to do the same because it's a massive difference. Right, on the back of the platform you can see that the fencing has gone up to there, and white lines added. That's purely to fit well, one of my new additions, which I'll show you in a minute. So yeah, so I'm going back to that being a working platform and not just a you know, a viewing platform for locos and stock. If I slide down, car park area still there. I've added the parking sign. Now the platform section. So we've gone for a straight piece in here now, which has been reflagged, which isn't finished and will be weathered to the same state. And it was the entrance that always bugged me. So as you can see, I've now gone for a ramp. I was going for stairs and I got sick of trying to build the steps. So I've just gone for a ramp. Now that's built out of thick card, and then the fencing panels have been added around. And I'm very happy with it. Very, very, very happy. It's not finished by any means. It needs painting and, you know, the scenic work doing around it. I am planning on, you know, just making it more of an entrance. I'm thinking of going on a, you know, some info boards, welcome signs. I am gonna taper away from a preserved feel and maybe go for a shunter heritage trust type thing at Peak Rail. Seeing as though things that have happened on the layout are heavily influenced by Peak Rail. So yeah, we'll see about that. But yeah, I'm planning to make it, you know, a nice area. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. For my scratch building skills, it's not all that. But yeah, let me know what you think. And then I thought, whilst I'm adding this section of platforming, it would be nice to carry the line across. Now my original plan was to just bring the line up to the road where it is. And I used to have a wall section here, and I was going to add the buffers to the walls and just have like a bit of a dockside feel, you know, how roads just intermingle with lines and things like that. Anyway, my very sensible friend, you know, taught me into this idea instead. And I'm now giving the illusion that the railway carries on. Well, as such. It won't actually do that here. You know, I am going to go, you know, keeping the terminus feel. But it is giving the, you know, that, hey, maybe that goes somewhere else. So that's the plan. It is going to be heavily vegetated down there, you know, to hide the fact that it doesn't actually go this far, you know, for this particular railway, but it could. So that's the plan. So I've added these crossing ramps in. I found them knocking about in my bits box. And the gates are mounted on the centres of some wheels from one of my Nightwing shunter kits that I never used. They do need raising slightly on the far ends. So yeah, so it should make for some nice little scenes. But yeah, I think overall, you know, the layout has just improved so much. and I'm just mega happy with it. So yeah, big changes that just happened, and they've happened quite quick as well. You know, this has literally just happened over the weekend and this bank holiday Monday. Things just progressed. So there we go. Common Barnes, big change again for the platform. You know, this has happened before. But yeah, let me know about that water crane, please. Somebody, if anyone knows what it, you know, what make it is, and if it's a decent, you know, model, or if it's a bit of a crud, you know, replica. Every time I look at it, it just looks too big. But yeah, if someone could let me know, that'd be much appreciated. So right, on to the new arrivals. Now you've seen one already whilst I've been down here. This is my new bus. This is a Leyland National Mark 1, I think, from the Pennine area. Now I've liked this bus, you know, for a long time. And these are the buses I remember from Skipton when we used to go there when we were younger. So this particular bus has always had a bit of a soft spot for me. Anyway, my friend, you know, asked me if there was anything I was after, and I said, "Ooh, I won't mind this bus." So she very kindly got me it for my birthday, and a very nice model it is indeed. It's got a Giggleswick on the front there. So we've got all sorts of services down here at Common Barn. Oh, down there in the road as well, you can see the man with the red flag. I can probably move him now. He was planned to be there before I had the gates. That was just another peak rail inspiration, because a chap does that for the narrow gauge line. But yeah, going back to the bus. Very nice Leyland National Pennine livery. Now, to my left is my new loco edition. And before I go any further, some people out there will know how much and how long I have longed for this loco and this livery. I have tried for months and months, must be going on a year, to try and land one of these in a, you know, in a condition I was happy with. And as well as some birthday money and a nice little PPI refund that I got this week, I sourced one from the local shed in Manchester. Now I knew he had one, but at the time when I found out he had it, you know, I wasn't prepared to financially splash out for it. It wasn't ridiculous, it was only around, you know, some new models, I think it was £74. But I was just so happy, you know, that it was still there when I went back. So without further ado, let me introduce you to my Hornby Class 121 bubble car. Ta-da! So yeah, we're in the green livery with the full yellow ends and white cab roofs, which is my ultimate livery for this loco. And like I said, I've just been after one for so long, such a long time. It's perfect for my layout. It's just my sort of thing, you know. I really love self-propelled units and little track cars and things like that. So yeah, this is bang up my street, and it sits really nice with the Helgen W&M rail bus. So yeah, here it is, and I'm just, well, thrilled. I just feel like a loco void has been filled over the last few days. It came next day delivery, brand new, never run, still needs running in. Not a mark on it. It's lovely, absolutely beautiful, and I'm thrilled to bits with it. As you can see there on the rear, I have a Co-op dairy tanker. One thing about these locos I've always loved is the way that they can just haul a wagon or two or a single coach. And I'd always envisaged this to have a white dairy tank. You know, I've got the silver ones over there, but I always wanted mine to have a white one. So popped along to the model shop and picked up a dapple milk wagon. So yeah, there you have it, my new addition, and I love it, absolutely love it. It's the quirky exhaust on one end as well that I love. If I can just reach around, you can just see. I would run it exhaust ending first, but it seems to run better this way for now. I could swap the body over, but she's too new and too fragile to be putting her through that at the minute. But yeah, look at her, love her. Also here you'll see this lovely little shell tanker. Now this is off my good mate for my birthday. He tried to sell me actually not so long ago, the tight get. But I've always wanted a shell tanker on there. As per again Peak Rail, they had a shell one on their little plinth. Just suits better for me that. You can see there as well the bin. Tackled the bins, chopped them down. I've got that one and two more off the platform. And that, I think, is that. Oh, one thing I have done. Oh, you can't see him. Just bear with me whilst I just reach into my shed. One thing I have worked on also is the steam sentinel. We've added lamps to it, so we've got a white one there on the front, and if I just turn it around, we have a red one on the rear. Just a bit more different, a bit more quirky. But yeah, that's it. So big changes to come about. Hope we like them. Hope we like the new additions. No one say they don't like that, because I won't allow it. But yeah, unexpected update, and hopefully next time the actual work that needs to be done on the extension will be carried out and I won't get sidetracked by other things. So right, yeah, thanks for watching, and see you later, and hope you enjoy the next update. Bye bye for now.